Well, everybody, we have a special guest today. I couldn't think of a better person to describe their digital transformation as Livingston from Zebra. They've just done a phenomenal job over the last year or so, really doing a digital first strategy while their business models are changing to more of an as a service model. So let me welcome Livingston. And let's have just a nice little chat with Livingston. I'm sure everyone is going to benefit from it. And we're going to really be energized when we hear his story. So first of all, Livingston, tell me about your company and the business model transformation over the past years and beyond.
Thank you, Scott. Hello, everybody. I'm Livingston Hudson from Zebra Technologies. I'm responsible for architecting and delivering solutions on our sales, marketing, and e-commerce platforms. A little bit about Zebra. Zebra builds enterprise-class data identification and auto ID devices. If you watch closely, you will find our devices in use every day. The barcodes on products, scanners at your checkout, mobile devices confirming package delivery, RFID solutions that track the movement of players in the NFL, and the list goes on. Our devices are being used to power the e-commerce revolution that's taking place today as a result of the pandemic. In healthcare, our solutions are being used with COVID testing, enabling alternative care sites, proximity tracking, and so on. As smaller businesses move towards e-commerce, there's increasing demand for easier, less capital-intensive ways to buy from Zebra. Zebra has also acquired some smaller software companies over the last year. The software works closely with our device data, like scanners and mobile computing devices. And we have devices that help detect fraud and theft prevention and so on. And these solutions are best sold as a service offerings. And this is the big change that's happening in Zebra today, a transformation towards selling our solutions as in an as a service model. So that's where we are right now.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's a huge change from where you were 2, 3, 4 years ago. So with this new business model, tell me about your digital first strategy for your customers, your end users, as well as your resellers.
Zebra acquired Motorola's enterprise solution business back in 2014, and we integrated our applications very well. But at the same time, bringing various legacy systems together meant that our data was dispersed in different systems, our user experience was poor, and our older systems were riddled with performance issues. We went through an RFP process with Oracle, and they were the right vendor to help us with this transformation. And we implemented Oracle Commerce Cloud, Oracle CPQ to transform our e-commerce platform. We also implemented Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse and a few other solutions to augment our reporting capabilities. We are also in the process of piloting and using Oracle Subscription Cloud and Revenue Management Cloud right now to sell subscriptions. So I would actually like to play a small video we made to show you how we've actually used Oracle to transform our IT systems.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. We'll play that video now. And thank you very much for putting that together and showing our customers really the work that you've done.
I'm going to talk about how we actually transformed our experience in Zebra. We implemented Oracle Commerce Cloud, which you can see here is our product catalog. You can browse through various categories or use some of our guided selling options. We can go through our product catalog into various categories. We can use the different faceted searches to narrow down on selections, or you can go straight into a model page and look at all the information presented in one single page. Now, we used to have all these resources in several different areas in the past. They've all been consolidated into one single page where you can see all the product collateral, the images, the videos, and all the part numbers, the pricing, whether you're eligible in a certain country or not, and also the different cross-sell and upsell options. We also have our configurator on the same page. The configurator allows us to choose different options and configure your product. At the same time, it pre-selects certain attributes so that it's making your selection easier for you. You can see that it's added some of our service options automatically as the recommended products. There is also guided selling capability, ask certain questions and guide the business on what type of SKU they should be purchasing from us. You can directly add all of these to the shopping cart and just check out and complete your flow. Then clicking on checkout. This is the shopping cart. There is a header section where you can change your bill to ship to addresses, your ship methods, put your purchase order numbers and things like that. You are also allowed to enter price concessions and promotions. As you can see, you have the estimated ship dates and the warehouse that these items ship from. Once all of this is complete, you just have to go and click on submit order, and this in turn will submit the order and send an order acknowledgement to the contact. Once you have completed placing your orders, then you need to track how your orders are, and that's where you use the order dashboard. The order dashboard is used to look for your booked orders, your open orders, shipped orders, invoiced orders, or serial numbers. In general, you can also look at all other order details from here. So if we were to open up the invoiced orders report, you can see that there are the order numbers all listed here, and irrespective of the channel in which they are ordered, they all show up here, and you can click on the invoice number link and it will actually take you to the actual invoice that is displayed here. Similarly, we also have the shipped orders report. The shipped orders report shows your tracking numbers. At this stage, we embarked on our next major transformation, which was to implement subscriptions in Revenue Management Cloud. Zebra had acquired some software companies, and we were also selling some of our own software solutions that work very closely with our hardware. It was important to sell these as SaaS subscriptions. In order to enable this capability, we embarked on a pilot to take some of our offerings, such as our Workforce Connect software, and transform them into subscriptions. We transform these into subscriptions. In order to implement subscriptions, we had to make sure that our backend systems were able to handle subscription billing and the revenue management that went with subscriptions. We had to follow the ASC 606 standards. We were able to get subscription management implemented. We were able to tie that with our CPQ and help sell the subscription offer. This helped us come up with more billing options and consumption-based pricing and so on. We were able to successfully get the subscriptions into Oracle's subscription cloud software and also into the revenue management cloud. This helped us with making sure that we had the foundations ready for a much larger rollout, which we are in the process of going through right now. So as you can see, subscription management taking care of our activation fees, our consumption fee for overages, and our monthly subscription fees, and making sure that all of these get invoiced and billed correctly. Oracle had pre-built integrations for all of these, and thus made our life a lot easier. And we are very excited to continue our journey with expanding the footprint to sell devices as services, and also transforming our back office ERP and moving to more of the Oracle Cloud Platform. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for that video. That clearly is a digital first strategy. So tell me a little bit about some of the business benefits and then some of the lessons learned along the way.
So selling subscriptions for us required a huge mind shift, not just for our IT applications, but more so for our business and our business strategy. It's given us the art art of the possible when it comes to selling subscriptions. We're able to bundle hardware, software, services, and professional services all together, and go to market with some amazing offerings. But at the same time, as creative as we are with the front office strategy and the go-to-market strategy, the systems in the back office should be able to take care of all these complexities. And one of the few things that we learned as a result of this was it needed a huge business transformation. How do we compensate our partners in a subscription model? That was new. How do we use usage-based or consumption-based billing appropriately? That was new. And again, revenue recognition in the financial systems becomes critical. Adopting to standards like ASC 606 and making sure that you set the right rules in place are all very important in this context. And one more area was sales compensation, where we had to adjust our strategy accordingly to make sure that it worked for our salespeople as well.
Wow, thank you very much for sharing your story. Sounds like you're well on your way. You're a great example for our customers to learn from and to be able to showcase this transformation. I'm sure you're on your way to new business revenue as well as profits. So thank you very much for spending time with us today, Livingston. We greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott. It's a pleasure.